Oh lord. But let's get right into it.
Leviathan the Lost. But why now? After all this time.
I totally forgot that Leviathan was not
Why,
actually in
what
this
now?
game.
Oh, I'm not sure you'd believe me if I told you.
After all we've been through. I doubt there's anything that could surprise me at this point.
All right then. Rouse Joshua and meet me in the mess. We'll talk there.
So this part of the DLC,
I see
the
we're all
Rising
here.
Tide, the Leviathan is
Fine.
an Aeon you could
What
and a
is
set
it
of
this
abilities
time?
that you could acquire for yourself.
I'm not sure yet. The letter
I don't know how
Leviathan
good it is. I
senders
just know
omitted a few crucial details.
you get the
Do you know
Leviathan's
what it is?
powers. That's all I know.
That is one of the details it omitted. But whoever the sender was, it seems the dame held them in high enough regard to point them in our direction.
The dame? Well, she's not one to waste our time. It must be important.
Important might be an understatement. If the letter is to be believed, Leviathan's dominant is in danger. And someone wants us to save him.
Leviathan?
So the Warden of Water has finally returned. What has it been? 100 years?
More. The Lost moniker dates back at least that long. Even our venerable lawsman would not have been so much as a glint in his father's eye when last the mighty serpent brought his crushing waves to bear upon the realm.
But why the gap? I know it can be a few years before a new dominant's born. But over a century?
Should the dominant of Water's bloodline have been severed somehow, it could have prevented a new dominant from awakening.
But if one has awakened now, he couldn't have chosen a worse time. Every nation in the realm has lost its dominant. If word gets out that there is still one to be had, they will stop at nothing to claim it for their own.
And the twins will be at war again, just when humanity most needs to come together. Did the letter say anything else?
Only that if I wish to know more, we must meet in person. And that the Veil can arrange a meeting.
If nothing else, you can be certain it ain't a trap.
Famous last words. I'm coming with you.
As am I.
Thank you. Both of you. And Otto?
Yeah. I'll keep an eye on things here. Didn't fancy coming anyway.
Thank you. I shall leave the Invincible in your capable hands.
Alright. So the Rising Tide also comes with some side quests as well, as I've heard. So we're definitely gonna go check that out. Alright. So that's the symbol the Rising Tide looks like, okay.
Fancy a peek behind the veil, my lord?
I'm looking for a Layla.
You found one. So, will your friends be joining in? Or just watching?
We're not here for your services.
I forgot. No,
What you do with your time is up to
the women
you.
in this town is
The price is still the
basically
same.
prostitutes.
We're here about the letter.
Oh. Sorry. I suppose you'll be wanting to know who wrote it then.
Among other things.
Look, I'm just the messenger here. There's only so much I can tell you.
Specifically,
A location, north of town, on the shore of Isle of Feist Bay. There you'll find a tent and the woman who can answer your questions.
And that's all. Nothing else.
Actually, one thing. There's more than flowers in the meadows these days. So keep that sword of yours to hand.
Alright. Let's make for the coastline. It's right over there, okay.
Does anyone else think it's strange that this woman should prefer to keep to the outskirts of town?
Not if she realizes the value of the information she's party to.
And the danger it puts her in.
Haven't
Not level up any higher? I think because the cap level for
Yes, but who awaits us inside?
for your first playthrough is level 50. It's only New Game Plus where you can go beyond that.
It's empty. Why am I not surprised? A boat. No prizes for guessing who that belongs to.
Oh. I didn't realize those were there.
The embers are still warm.
So you're Sid.
I suppose I must be. Which means you have me at a disadvantage.
Apologies. I am Shula, tributary of Mysidia, final haven of the Motes of Water.
The motes of water.
The very tribe into which it was believed Leviathan's dominant was born. A people notable for their sapphire eyes and ivory hair. Yes, that would be impossible, since the tribe famously...
Vanished. Was exterminated. Despite the best efforts of both church and state, we are still very much alive. Though we've managed to keep that fact hidden from good Krieger's faithful for over a century.
Along with Leviathan's dominant.
That wave out there. What do you know of it?
The surge. Only that it's been there a long time.
I mean, that tells you that's
Fall of Drake's Eye almost a century
that's the
ago.
remains of whatever
Some
Leviathan did.
claim the two are connected, but none can speak with any certainty.
So in other words, you know nothing. Not that I'll hold it against you. The wave was raised by Leviathan in an act of rage. Moments before the waters were stayed, and the Eikon and its dominant bound within.
And you want us to...
Rescue him. Yes. You see, a little bird told me about a certain outlaw with a singular knack for putting unruly dominants in their place. And ours is about as unruly as they get. For years, we've searched for someone who could hold their own against an Eikon. Someone just like you. So what do you say? Will you help us?
What exactly did your dominant do to warrant this punishment?
What did he do? He committed the greatest crime one of his kind can. He was born. But he deserves a better fate than the one my people forced upon him. He deserves to be free.
As do we all. Very well. Far-fetched though your tale may seem, something tells me you speak in earnest. So we will do what we can for your dominant. But first, you will tell us everything you know about him and the means of his imprisonment.
I can do better than that. I can show you. Care to take a trip across the bay? My people await you there.
Lead the way.
All right. So, got some new areas to go through, and I don't even know if this was there prior to the update. I don't think it was. You definitely could correct me if I'm wrong, chat.
Alright, you might want to hold on to something. We're coming up on the wall, and passing through can take a bit of getting used to.
I don't see any wall.
Of course you don't. That's the point. It's a glamour woven by our ancestors to keep our village hidden from prying eyes. But don't take my word for it. Watch.
That was worse than a slug of Bacchus wine.
Clive, the sky.
It's blue, but how is that possible?
I like how the outfit
You
is
know
still
what
there.
glamour is,
It looks like
don't you?
this is a cinematic cutscene,
Ours just happens to work both ways.
and the weapon
And a
too.
good thing too. I wouldn't fancy staring at those sickly clouds every day. And that concludes our little voyage. We're here. It's a long slog to the village, and a hard one. I hope you're up for a climb.
Interesting to see what's how this goes.
Finally.
What? You didn't think we'd arrived, did you? The village isn't up here. It's on the other side of the mountain.
Of course it is.
You can kind of already easily tell that this part of the DLC is bigger and longer because it takes you off to like a whole new section of the world
Watch yourself, Sid.
that's been
This
added
path
into
can
the
be
game.
treacherous. If not for the sheer drop, then for the beasts who prowl it.
Thank you for the warning. And please, call me Clive. Sid is an alias.
You will be pleased to learn, Lady Shula, that I have no such aliases.
Is that so, Lord Margrace?
It's all the same to me.
Yeah, so like I was saying, like, the Echoes of the Fallen
I was wondering when
is,
Chocobos left.
you know, just filled in as part of the,
Oh, will you now? Shall I keep some spells
like whatever
to yourself?
that's also already in the game. You know, the towns that you've already explored and everything. It was only the tower that got expanded upon in the game. This game, first off the bat, you already get into a whole new area that you never been into.
Earlier you mentioned spells, yet I see you carry no crystals.
Since when did a bearer ever need crystals?
But then, where is your brand?
Waiting for me in Sunbreck, if I ever get careless.
Then it's in for a long wait.
Alright. So, if you check out the world map right here, like, I'm pretty sure, like, none of this was, like, even a part of the game, I don't think. At least this part for sure. I could be wrong,
At the
though.
summit. From there, you'll have a better view of our home.
The one thing I was looking forward to most that the Tomberry King is in the game, which surprisingly there's not a single Tomberry
You've ever set
in the
eyes
base
on
game.
what I'm about to show you. Just so you know.
This is not what
It
I
looks
expected.
really different in this Final
Welcome,
Fantasy
my
game.
friends, to Mysidia.
Yeah, look at the scenery.
It's been a long time since I saw the North looking so
Alive. How
I'm
is-
sure you have plenty of questions, but it's been a long journey, and I expect we could all do with a rest. Our humble village is only a short way from here, if you'd care to accompany me. Let's get ourselves in front of a fire, and I'll tell you everything you need to know.
it's beautiful, Shula.
And we aim to keep it that way.
These enemies? Nope, I guess not. Oh, never mind. Alright. So it does look like a candle one.
Are
Oh, that's
those
weird.
stones glowing?
That's one of the cairns which maintain the glamour. Steer well clear.
Oh. I know these are enemies. Just take these out. Get up here. I definitely do not have the right combination for an aerial combo combination.
If the surge was an act of rage,
One wonders what prompted it.
But we'll see and find out. Oh wait, I didn't. Shit, I forgot to switch to Phoenix. Sick of Toggle. Oh, what? Man, it seems like Jill is actually doing much better this time. I don't even remember her doing actually anything in the Echoes of the Fallen. But it's not like your allies really do much anyways. Heck, you only play as Clive in this game, man. You have little to no control over Toggle.
could we not have spared ourselves the mountain crossing by landing further north?
In clear view of the bay.
But this area is very nice, though. I can definitely say that. Just can't wait to explore it.
On evening tides.
Does morning's light return?
Open the gates! The tributary is home!
Haven, okay. Yeah, we are definitely in Leviathan's territory. And if you guys do not know, Leviathan is the Aeon of Water. So we're like very... This definitely gives off a vibe like, you know, we're close to the offshore by the ocean.
Look at the size of that dog.
All right now, back to your duties. You'll have to forgive my people their curiosity. We don't get many visitors. Or any, truth be told.
Then we are honored to be the first.
This is quite extraordinary. Like stepping into another world.
So do you believe me now?
You've made it difficult not to, my lady. But how did your people chance to settle here in the north? Unless I am much mistaken, the moats of water long called the coasts of Southern Ash their home. Until Drake's Horn fell and the Blight forced them ever inland, where...
We met our doom, along with our dominant. I see you've read the Gregorian Church's account, but perhaps you'd like to hear ours. That building over there is the Witten Hall. It's where my people gather to discuss matters of import. We can speak more inside, once the place is ready to receive you. It shouldn't take long, but you're welcome to explore the village while I see to things.
Thank you. We'll do just that.
Alright. Fast travel here now.
That will be them then.
Yeah. Just want to see what can we do around here. I don't think we can really do much. Because it made it seem like there are some side quests we can do, but not really. Just can't wait to see what Leviathan is gonna look like in this game. I saw like a few glances of him, at least the Final Fantasy 16 version, but it really didn't look much into detail because I just want to experience it from the game itself.
So
But
do
from what
you
I've
think
remembered,
about
he
it
doesn't really
living
all
in the
that
woods?
much different
It might not have all the
from the other
comforts of a
games.
southern settlement, but at least it's ours.
And there's a lot to be said for that. It can't have been easy keeping this place a secret.
Not easy, no. We've dedicated our lives to maintaining the glamour that conceals us. Us and Walyas.
This man, Walyas, is he Leviathan's dominant?
That's right. Though he's no man, Walyas is still a baby.
Oh, well, but
Baby.
Forgive me, but you said that the Dominant and his Eikon were bound inside the Surge almost a century ago.
oh, I forgot. They're
That would surely make
they're
him
called
older
Eikons
still.
in this game.
It would, if he'd been allowed to age. But the spell robbed the poor bairn of even that.
Oh, that explains
Sorry.
it.
Walyas was the son of my great-grandfather. Leviathan awoke within him almost immediately. But instead of allowing the lad to live out his life as a valued member of the community, my ancestors sought to put his power to other uses. Sadly for them, the Eikons sensed their treachery and summoned a wave so large it would have swallowed the entire village if my ancestors hadn't stopped him.
Then it is not the surge that binds the child, but time itself.
Yes.
Forgive me. I'm still not sure I understand.
I'm not surprised. It isn't the easiest thing to explain. Which is why it might be better if I took you to see him. Show you exactly what he has to endure.
That is why we came.
Then let us be off. There's a road that leads north from the village. It'll take us right into the Surge.
I'm very interested to see how this really is, because this this is a very interesting case.
Are you bound for the wave, tributary?
We are, Delina. Have you spread the word about our guests?
I have. Everyone knows to treat them as family.
You shouldn't have any trouble now, but just in case, I would have you accept this symbol of our people.
That's very kind. I look forward to meeting the family.
The feeling's mutual.
Should the tributary be indisposed, feel free to ask me any questions you might have regarding the village, and I'll do my best to answer.
Thank you. We will.
Then I bid you good tide.
Alright, there are the
Our
side
house
quests.
lies across the bridge. If you're short of supplies, you may find what you need there. Though we will have to ask you for recompense, poor as we are.
Yeah, a good bit anyway, so not too...
Yeah.